Hello everyone and welcome to my 5k PB attempt at Kirkcaldy Park Run in Scotland. Here we are just at the start, started recording a few seconds after, just having a little feel for the pace. We need to be going at 3:35 per kilometre to achieve our goal of a sub 18, and I've had a little look down at the watch and decided I need to get going with things, so pushed on. A few dogs having a little bark in the background there, and here we are with the long stretch ahead of us, and we're leading at the moment. Approaching the first left-hander on the course, passing some lions. Caution runners sign, a couple of cyclists on the outside, but they're staying well away from us. And we've got some bubbles coming out from the marshals. Thank you very much, marshals. And we're just approaching the 500 metres going through now, and we're going through in 1 minute 45. Which is 3 minute 30 per k pace, which is actually on for a 17 minute 30. So the first 500 metres looking very good, but we'll see how we feel in a couple k's time. Approaching our first possible hazard, group of 4 people ahead, I believe a doggo as well. Nice little passing on the right though, so we should be able to just sneak past. Absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about. And as we are approaching 1k here, about 3 minutes 10 in, I'm starting to notice that my pace is dropping off a little bit. I still feel good, but still in the lead, but it is just dropping off a little bit. And start to notice that potentially is a bit of an elevation change or climb that I've been doing in the last 500 metres. And yes, as we go through 1k in 3 minutes 39, that last 500 was actually in 3 minutes 49 speed. So we've dropped off significantly. And there is a rather large hill approaching, as you can see with that person just up it now. Approaching the marshal near the top of the hill, giving us some words of encouragement. Approaching the crest, dreaming of that sweet crest, and then hoping to pick the pace up and see if I can gain back what I've lost trudging up the hill. Coming down the hill now, and back up to, I think when I'm looking at my watch here, I'm sort of doing more like 3:30 pace at this point. Don't want to try too hard down the hill though and really lose the energy, because we've still got like 3.5k here at the moment, and I know that it's a 2-lap course, so I'm going to have to go up that hill again, unfortunately. And also before the hill, it's a sort of shallow incline for the first sort of k that I wasn't really aware of before the race. But we're just coming down the hill, approaching the I think we've gone through the 1.5k marker now. And that we did it in 2 minutes 2 for that 500, so that's 4 minute 5 pace. So yeah, big drop off because of that hill, but now we're coming back down the hill, so we're going to see what our next 500 metre split will be for going through 2 kilometres to see if we're sort of anywhere near the pace needed to go for that sub 18. And what have we got here? This little rascal has in the Alphafly 2 greenies has come through. He's putting a few yards on us as we were sort of, I remember thinking I was feeling okay here. Do I really want to go at that speed? Because I think I was going 3:30 and he was like at least probably mid 3:20s, just creeping away from me. But then as we approach the start-finish line to start the second lap, there's a little group of volunteers having a little cheer. Jay Mills loves a little bit of a crowd, so he surges back up on the tail of this chap, and we are just going to use him as a little slipstream and see if we can hold on to his pace for as long as we can. Just missed the going through the 2k mark. The next 500 was a 3 minute 29, so that is bang on back on pace. But I think we're on overall pace pretty much for an 18. But we need to make sure that we can do the second lap about as good as we did the first lap, and feeling a little bit rough at this moment. Just approaching my girlfriend's dog, who attempts to take us out, but we have managed to avoid a sticky situation there of killing Ailish's dog. And we're thinking, oh, okay, you're in a bit of trouble here. I think I might retake that lead. As we just sort of both side by side. I mean, neither one of us particularly wanting to take the lead. As I think our breathing was rather loud, and we were just, feeling it a little bit here, because this is a gradual incline all the way up now towards where it gets to the serious hill. And we're just approaching the halfway point of 2.5k, going through a roundabout now. That last 500, was a 3-minute 41 pace, so a little bit outside the goal pace, and now we're going to have to dig deep. We turn left now to go around the lake, which is pretty much flat. So we should, if we're feeling okay, we should be able to dip back into the 330s. So we're just over halfway, starting the loop round this lake, and we need to dip back in the 330s here if we're going to have any hope of doing our sub-18. Lovely swans to the right. Oh dear, we are in trouble. We are approaching the 3k mark, and through that 500 we've only managed to muster up a 2-minute 5, which is 4-minute 1 speed. So we're well away from sub-18 territory at the moment, unless something miraculous happens. So we are approaching the 3.5k mark. The sub-18's looking very precarious, given that we've got a rather large hill to still go up. But we're still in the lead at this point. So can we bring home the W? Turning back on to the main lap after doing the little lap of the lake. Through 3.5k, just about there. And that was a 1-minute 58.9, which is 3:58 pace per k. We'd dropped off. It was a flat K there, and I was barely getting in the 3s, and we are struggling big time with a hill approaching. It's not looking good. There's me looking round to see if my mate is coming through. I think I can hear his footsteps getting a little bit louder, but we're still somehow leading at this point. And here... Oh, it's a completely new guy that's overtaken us. Absolute Dr. Tempo. Looks like he's out for a Sunday afternoon stroll. Look at that form. Unbelievable. I'm in absolute pieces. Just watching this guy stream away from me, looking extremely comfortable. And we're about 100 metres away from the Hill of Doom. We've just gone through the 4-kilometre mark, a K to go. The hill is right there. That last 500 was a 2-minute 1.8, so 4:04 speed. The sub-18 is far, far away as we approach the hill. Approaching the top of the hill, we're in pieces. We're breathing like Darth Vader. Our friend's a good 5-6 seconds ahead of me up there, and I think I can hear our original mate we were battling with coming pretty close to me, so I won't be surprised if he trots his way through in a second. A little bit of encouragement from our friend there, but I wanted to stop every second of that hill. And here he is, absolutely deflating, been leading for the most part of 3-4k, and the dream of sub-18's over. Can we even attempt to cling on to this guy in second place as we come back down the hill? Coming back down the hill, and the leader is an absolute mile away. Must be 10 seconds up there. Second streaming away. I'm an absolute shadow of a man I used to be. 500 metres to go. That final 500 was in 2 minutes 10, 4-minute 21 pace. We're an age behind where we needed for the sub-18. Do we have anything left to push at the end? Is there anything left in the tank? 400 metres to go. I can almost see the finish line. Do we have anything left? Can we pick the legs up? Can we absolutely go for it and get that guy in P2? It looks like we're closing a little bit. Come on, Jay Mills, you've got this. Yes, we're closing. Yes, we're definitely closing. We're coming, we're pumping. You can see the speed is building. We're going for it. We've got the lot. We're going. What an absolute effort from the lad. He can even see P1. Go on, dip your head. Lift those knees. You can do it. You come in. The finish line's coming. Looks like a little bit too far for P1, but we're still going to push. We're still going to keep going. We're closing. Another 100 metres there, everyone, and there's a possibility of that. That's an unbelievable finish as we cross the line. And that final 500 metres was a 1 minute 27.5, which is 2 minute 56 pace. And we managed to do that park run in 18:55, well away from what we were looking for. But sometimes you just don't feel 100%, and you just still got to give it your best. And that final 500 metres was one of the great finishes. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll be back soon to finally break 18 minutes. Thank you.